Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's episode of Veterans Round. And with that being said, let's go ahead and introduce our guests. Elle, please come on down. Hey, thank you so much for being in the show. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So please tell us about yourself.
I just retired from the Navy after 20 years of service as an aircraft mechanic for multiple platforms, and did 7 tours stationed all around the world.
That's awesome. Congrats on that accomplishment. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do.
Thank you.
What do you have for us today?
This is my new sexy hotness. This is Naughty Lola, a specialized carbon comp Creo SL. It's a mouthful.
It's a fancy name. So what was it about this bike that made you, why this bike really?
Well, I knew I wanted an e-bike, and I definitely prefer road bikes. But this was the only one that was kind of spec'd out to be able to do everything that I wanted. Commuting, kind of dabbling into gravel, as well as just being a road bike.
So it's pretty versatile.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you look at any other bikes or consider any other bikes aside from this one?
I tried, actually. Unfortunately, because I am so small, I'm like 5'2", there's not a whole lot made in e-road bikes to begin with, but there's not a whole lot of companies that do it in a size this small. So this was kind of my only option.
Well, I'm glad at least there's something for you, How long have you had this bike?
I bought her in August, and I have since swapped from road to gravel tires just to try her out a little bit, and I'm loving it.
That's nice. That's good to hear. Are you planning to keep it for a long time, or maybe like after a year switch it out with something else?
Absolutely not. I tend to buy for the long term, and I will ride her till she dies. The frame is about the same size as my old Creo steel bike, the same weight, which is about 30 pounds. So even if the battery dies and goes up in flames, I've still got a pretty solid bike.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that, and hope it definitely lasts.
Yeah.
All right. At this time, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the bike.
So starting at the front here, we've got alloy wheels. I just put on these slightly knobbier tires to be able to do some hard pack as well as road commuting. Also because they're tan wall and I have an aesthetic. We've got hydraulic GRX disc brakes by Shimano, both in the front and rear. And these little bad boys are an additional accessory that I love called monkey lights. They are, in my opinion, really essential for commuting when you want to be seen after dark. They're super bright and it looks like a rave rolling down the street. It is a full carbon fork with the Specialized's proprietary Future Shock 2.0. If you want to get up a little close, you can see that when you dial it in, it helps absorb some of the road and other vibrations from like rocks or gravel. So it takes a little bit of stress off your hands. I replaced the bar tape because, again, aesthetic. For the e-bike portion, the controls are hidden right here where they're really easy to access when you're in the middle of the ride. So you don't have to take your hands off the bars. It's really easy to stay in control. So it is a full carbon frame, which is nice. It keeps the weight light. It's comparable in weight with the battery and motor and everything to my older steel Creo bike. The battery is housed here in the down tube. It is non-removable, which does help keep the weight light. The motor is a specialized custom designed for it's the SL system or super light system. So again, to keep the weight down. It is a non-throttle or class 3 e-bike, so it'll pedal assist up to 28 miles an hour, but there is no throttle. You do have to pedal. Here's the battery port. As you can see, this whole piece right here in the bottom bracket is the motor. And then up here is our control. It's the Mastermind TCU. It allows you to switch between like the types of assist modes, There is a locking feature too, which is really cool. But it's really unobtrusive and you can run it in a stealth mode. So a lot of these newer bikes don't come with pedals, and I chose the MKS Sylvan Road pedals. They're a favorite of mine, with toe clips. Some people call them suicide clips. These are actually made for Japanese businessman commuters so they don't scratch up your leather shoes, but I feel really insecure without them since I learned to ride a bike in toe clips. Like, maybe one day I'll be brave enough to try clipless, but today is not that day. Moving on to the derailleur and my cassette. This is a 1x drivetrain, makes it a little bit simpler for ease of not only maintenance but shifting, and just less complicated just to have the one crank in the front. There are 11 gears in the back, Shimano GRX drivetrain set, and that's my girl.
Up next is the portion where we go for a test drive, or in this case a test ride on the bike, but due to scheduling issues, we shot that a few weeks ago, so the bike does look different, but it is functionally the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at that clip right now. All right, I'm out here on the road going up the hill, and this is an e-bike supposed to have pedal assist, so let's turn that on. Let's see if it helps me out. Gotta find the button. Oh yeah. So this is eco mode. I'm already feeling a lot better. Why do we gotta start on a hill? Jeez. This is sport mode. Oh my god. I'm pedaling a lot better. Holy shit. This is turbo mode. This has a speedometer will hit 18 miles an hour uphill. That's crazy. I mean, I'm going 20 miles an hour and I'm barely pedaling and it's pushing me. That's what a pedal assist e-bike is about. It doesn't go on by itself. Wow. I can't believe I'm keeping up with the chase car while I'm on this bike. I mean, I used to ride bikes when I was a kid, but you know, this is like a cyborg, you know? It's funny that a bike has a turbo mode. So we're going uphill again, and as you can probably tell, I'm not pulling that hard because this is on turbo mode, so it's really helping me out. And for whatever reason, I feel like David Goggins telling you get up off your couch and do something with yourself just because it's sunny or raining. Either way, I'm not David Goggins, and I'm having problems going up this, even in turbo mode, but it's helping me out a lot. That's for sure. I think once you ride a bike like this, referring to other bikes, you might not be able to get this feeling of the ease on your feet out of your head. Meaning this is the only type of bike you're gonna want to ride from here on out. The good thing is they're available. The bad thing is they're not $400. But if you really want it, you're gonna save for it. We're in a downhill portion here. As I mentioned, this is a light bike. It's gonna get some speed. That's not my goal right now. I can definitely feel it going. Gear shifting here is interesting too because it's only done on this side, on the right side, both up and down. Wow, just what an amazing bike. Whoa. Hey, thank you so much for letting me ride your bike. This bike is incredible. I mean, it rides as crazy as it looks, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch my breath. Thank you for letting me ride your bike. I know this is your baby. I want to give it back to you. And that's it for this episode. If you guys like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys later.